GM crops are genetically modified crops. They are plants whose DNA have been altered using genetic engineering to give them a specific trait. While traditional crops are developed through selective breeding over many generations, GM crops are changed directly in the lab by inserting, deleting, or modifying specific genes, often from other species. In Nigeria, the National Biosafety Management Agency (NBMA) regulates GM crops from importation to commercialization, while the National Biotechnology Research and Development Agency conducts research and field trials. As of 2025, the NBMA has approved for actual planting by Nigerian farmers 3 crops, which are BT cotton, BT cowpea, and TELA maize. But how safe and healthy are GM crops? The National Publicity Secretary of the All Farmers Association of Nigeria, Shehu Bello, speaks on the benefits.
The GMO crops can be more resistant to diseases than the local crops. The GMO crops can yield more than what you have in the local crops. The GMO crops can be drought tolerant compared to what we have.
However, an agri-food scientist, Damien Udo, said although GM crops are not a bad idea, but can be harmful if not properly done.
The one who is doing the modification and how it is done, right? So do crops, do certain crops need to be modified? If you modify them, keeping all the traits that make them great, and then removing, editing or making stronger, certain traits that help those crops do better, then they're not essentially bad.
They called for stricter regulations and clear labeling so consumers are safeguarded from some presumed diseases attributed to consumption of such crops and then make their choices.
How the issue of biosafety comes in under normal circumstances before a genetically modified crop is released. The biosafety agencies will have to look at, whether it can be allowed to be planted for consumption.
So I feel like NAFDAC has a role, Consumer Protection Council has a role. That'll be more locally within Nigeria. So regulators are doing great. They could do a lot better.
As adoption of genetically modified crops expands globally, discussions around safety, regulation, and food security remain ongoing. From Abuja, Justina Nzekwe reporting for RBN News.